I mean, obviously we know all these matches are going to be big, especially Group B. So I always like to play the game of the what ifs. You know, if DDoG goes 2-0 over MRR right here, that would put MRR at 1-0-1, still with those 3 points, with to play Sync. So, and Sync currently is 1-1-0. So at that point, if Sync then just splits the series against MRR, then Sync would go on over MRR. So you get what I'm saying here. If DDoG goes 2-0, Sync is going to love that, basically.
And you also look at the fact that if they go 1-1, then they're all tied at 4.
Then they're all tied at 4,
then
and
we have a whole different
chaos ensues.
Then we have a whole different.
Yeah, no, that's going to be something if we got that tiebreaker to come here. So, anyways, we got the match here, obviously. So let's take a look and see what we're actually dealing with now as far as the picks and the bans go. Obviously, we are joining a little bit late, so I'm not exactly sure what the initial bans were. We're at the 4th pick here. Do you have them by chance, or probably not?
I'm going to assume, because looking at these, I'm going to assume they were Wild Soul, War Beast.
Okay.
Parallax.
That would make sense. Okay.
And I'm going to say Tundra.
Play the game. Yeah, Tundra
we'll
probably.
Tundra.
Yeah,
so
that would make sense.
Those look like the 4 initial bans.
Okay. Well, we know the picks. That's a little easier.
Yeah.
We have Monarch into Self Force, Pebbles into Madman, Scrap into Midas. Scrap is again a hero that we potentially expected to see this event, and sure enough, we see it here for MRR. Swiftblade, by the way, even their 4th pick now. That to come. But yeah, a couple things. I mean, Monarch has kind of proven to be a top-tier support. Now, from my understanding, they like to run Monarch more as the Ward Monarch, not necessarily the W, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The Chrysalis, that's right.
They like to just have these Thai teams love to have vision of the entire map, so they're going to do what any hero they can grab that will give them vision. I mean, at this point, I'm amazed that Fade is still available, because that is normally very contested between these two teams. So maybe they agreed to just not pick it together.
Some behind-the-scenes collusion going on, you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hero they both like and they both take very often. But, I mean, both these drafts, I love the scrapping. Good old Doctor.
So they go with Doctor in the end. Yeah, I was trying to think if they potentially – ooh, Tempest, the final pick, by the way, for DDoG. So jungle in general is not a typical thing, honestly, from these Thai teams. So that right there, that was kind of a snap pick. They were very confident with the Tempest in the end. So very interesting idea from them. They're going to get the jungle, kind of sets up their lanes arguably a little bit better as they're already in the Blitz support right here on top of that. What do you think? I mean, let's start with DDoG's lineup here with that Tempest final pick. What do you think of their lineup as a whole?
It's one of those lineups that they like to have. It's one of those group up and BS5 as early as possible kind of lineups, which I really like from them. Running around with a Blitz, running around with a Tempest. All these heroes can fight early. I love it. I mean, then you look at MRR side, they have that catch potential. They have the Doctor. They have they also have that early push potential with the Scrap. So so much can happen in this game. But it could be a clash of DDoG pushing bottom lane and MRR pushing top lane.
Yeah. The base is booming in here. I love it. I love it. All right, we got to pause here to kick things off, obviously, so hopefully not too long of one here. But, again, our first main stage match, too, so really interesting. We got, obviously, the players are in the player booths up there. It's, I'm going to be curious to kind of talk with some of the players later on today after our day one is finished and get an idea of, what they thought about that. So, but, again, it seemed like potentially they're pretty cool and to play in. So.
Actually, the one thing I have heard, because I talked to Complexity, they said even though the booths aren't really noise canceling, they did hear dimmed down noises, and it wasn't as bad for them. So it helped them a lot because they were very, it was nice as their game one. They were able to communicate very well with each other.
Gotcha. So, but yeah, going back to the lineups here that we're looking at, again, for me, it's also kind of fun to see Scrap right here. God, there's some heroes this tournament. It's just like all of a sudden we're seeing, that we wouldn't expect to see. So Scrap is definitely one of those, or I should say more so that we don't usually see in our region at least. So. But yeah, again, Scrap one of those. But that's the other thing I've noticed too. Is it's not only that, but it's our region has almost kind of adapted to that coming into this tournament too. For example, we saw Sync earlier. They picked Pestilence going up against DDoG, and that's not a hero we'd ever see Mickey play. Yet he played Pestilence in game number 1, right there. So
same with Love actually picking Scrap as well. So they
did they play?
Yeah, they played it game 2 against Kimochi.
Against Kimochi over there, yeah. Okay.
So, they have been messing with it a lot, and I think that's really important for our scene to now be adapting to the Thai meta, because the Thai meta was it always stayed as their own, and we never kind of adapted to it. but now we're slowly starting to adapt to it, which is great.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I was having the conversation earlier with Insania how it's impressive. Well, maybe not the exact word I'm looking for, but anyways, the point is that how the Taihan scene has just truly risen. They've truly become the dominant scene in a lot of ways, and it's like, as you just pointed out right there, it's almost like NAEU is starting to learn from them now in a lot of ways. So I can appreciate that. I mean, it's cool to see that, especially knowing how much the fans here love this game and how much they do for the game with all these events that they throw on and everything. So it's great to see, this Thai scene develop, and now here we have two of the top, really 3 teams right now in Thailand.
Yeah, definitely.
Clashing against one another. I got to say, I expected, and I'm sure enough, the crowd pretty full right here at this venue that we're at, Centaur World here, this big shopping mall in general that we're located at, but it's within a convention center within the mall. And but it is full to the brim right here. It's been really for the most of the day, but especially for this match. I think I'm curious which team has more fans.
That's actually a really good question.
I would ask them, but they wouldn't understand me probably.
I'm sure we're gonna find out in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
based on
that's
what
a good
team
point.
starts doing what. But
whoever gets the bloodlust.
I mean, to me, I feel like it's gonna be more of DDoG. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I just feel like they're kind of like the love team. They're like, everyone just knows them, everyone loves them, but I mean, this is the game that I'm so excited to be casting this game.
Yeah, when we were looking at the schedule and kind of figuring out what matches we're going to be casting and everything, definitely just like you, I was excited to see my name next to this one here, that I get the chance to cast these two awesome teams going at it. So, again, hopefully the pause not lasting too much longer right here. Again, especially being in the player boost, the technical side of things can kick in. They're making sure their mice, their keyboard, all the drivers and everything. And welcome to a LAN event. That can happen right here. But yeah, we got Punk Pang playing as Dr. Repulsor. Again, it's kind of a hero. I think we saw that list earlier of Punk Pang. I want to say it was even his top played hero in a lot of ways. So not surprising to see that. And yeah, we do see this aggressive line. Here we haven't really addressed too much yet, as we're talking about a lot of heroes here, is Swiftblade, honestly. Swiftblade is kind of another hero that we haven't seen him a lot. On our scene, at least. And
I mean, I think even in their scene, he's not the most common pick.
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of died down a little bit, but he's still super effective. I mean, he's just such a good hero. So I think he fits in this lineup well. I'm assuming they're going to lane him with the Monarch. I'm wondering if Punk Pang's going to do that lane bottom to level 4 and then rotate into the jungle when everything's triple stack.
Okay.
I think we might be seeing here, because it could just be a suicide Swiftblade, and then once they do that, rotate him to the bottom lane, have him start farming the bottom while Punk Pang is in the jungle.
Get some water right here. There we go.
Gotta hydrate.
Gotta keep, especially here, man. Especially here. Gotta keep that hydration going. All right, gotta disconnect right here. So again, a case of as he's ready. All right, go. Scrap, I think we were having this discussion as casters before this event right here. On a side note, these water bottles, God, I hate these tops on water bottles sometimes. I'm trying to get it. Okay, there we go. I got it. We figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Scrap, it's like, for me, when you think Scrap, you think Vorax, you think push. You think like this massive push hero. Yet, we look at this lineup. This isn't a push lineup at all. I mean, this is not. But we're seeing a lot of Scraps in these non-push lineup. But why? What do you think it is?
I think they're just kind of finding that, the heal is really good, and even if you're not really pushing with the hero, you summon Vorax and you go. It's more of an excuse to go group up, I guess, is the best way to say it. It's an excuse to go, hey, let's summon Vorax, let's go 5 top, let's go push, get a tower.
Yeah.
So I like the idea behind it, because, I mean, the Legion team, whether it's not a pushing team, it is a get-in-your-face, catch-you team. So
yeah.
I think in this situation, Scrap fits very well.
Well, again, you look at his skill set, and it's obviously not all about push. I mean, again, Vorax is obviously what that is. And that with the aura, of course, the scavenge that's labeled here. But the Q and the W, the mousetrap and the Zoomerang. I mean, these are two solid ganking tools even. Abilities that can, set up some kills. Obviously, also being effective in that laning phase for harassment purposes. Mousetrap can almost be like a ward of sorts, to see if somebody's coming somewhere from a direction. So it definitely has some utility there as far as what it can accomplish. And yeah, 2-second stun at level 4. I saw you looking at that too.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't realize it was that much of a stun. I thought it was more of like a mini stun, to be honest. So I'm a little surprised to see that 2 seconds.
Yeah, it has the mini stun effect too as well. So
and then
it could potentially be 2 stun. I mean, it's a really strong ability. I think I was talking to Love about it, and he's, there's certain situations where he values Mousetrap over maxing his scavenge, or values his boomerang over maxing the scavenge.
Yeah.
So I think Scrap's very versatile in how you want to play. Just play the game itself, because we might not even see him go scavenge.
That would be interesting. At the same, I mean, yeah, because scavenge is obviously an ability with that aura. I will say, if we don't see scavenge, that means we don't have to see little morsels all over the place, and that can get kind of annoying. So
it's like having a Cersei on the map.
Yeah, that could be annoying. All right, so it looks like they're ready. Oh, okay, DDoG is now ready to go as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game number 1 of now this 2-game series coming at you right here.
Yeah, that's why I love McHale right there. More of a reason to love him.
Yeah. Okay, so, DDoG, we noticed this in the series against Sync too. They love to do this, buy those boots right away, and just all head in a certain direction together, and then, sell them at the appropriate time, of course. So just on top of it, and, it's just small things that can add up, definitely. So
yeah, and, I mean, Swiftblade got pulled 200 gold worth of regen. He's starting off with an Iron Shield. So that is, I mean, that's not something we ever see, but that would also tell me that he is going to be suiciding.
Interesting, yeah. Being able to start off with an Iron Shield and then the regen on top of that, I feel like it should be able to do pretty well in that lane when it comes to that. So you think he's going to be suiciding up there? I mean, obviously 07T, he is the offlane player, right? Yeah,
yes,
so that even makes more sense. Who is he going up against then? I think Madman up here.
Madman Blitz?
Or Madman's currently sitting middle, actually.
Yeah, see, they do these weird things that confuse me. In our region, yes, it would be Madman Blitz top lane, but you never really know with them until creeps actually spawn. So there's MRR is 5 into their jungle right now.
Yeah, so you see them kind of falling back, almost expecting this now. Again, the ward of sight that was placed by Hyena. Good information to see this coming. So they're going to be able to be in a good spot to not get caught by this gank attempt here. And they'll be fine in the end. So we're not seeing a laning Tempest, are we? Did somebody did this? Or, God, something's like ringing a bell, but no.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to lane. They has all of his camps blocked.
Oh, yeah, good point. Wow. Yeah, they really blocked those camps. I mean, Madman is heading up here now, so yeah, I mean, that's not going to be the case. But, yeah, as you're pointing out, he's not going to have the friendliest jungle time, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, good for Hyena. He did get one of the wards.
Okay.
So that'll at least give him the medium camp, which, best case scenario for him, it spawns Wild Hunters. So, he'll be looking for that, hopefully. But, yeah, it looks like this is a tri-lane bottom for this Doctor.
I love these wards, by the way. I get distracted easily.
Oh, the DDoG wards.
The DDoG wards. It's so cute and so awesome at the same time. All right, so yeah. Anyways, back to the action. So yeah, as we see here, obviously that counter ward. You mentioned, let's see what the spawn is. It is an Ogre camp, so not the worst in the world, but maybe not the most ideal either. You'll have to start there. The bottom lane, though, it is that tri-lane. Obviously, right away, they're going to make some adjustments, realizing that DDoG essentially sent nobody down there. Lord Salforus, instead, he's headed into his own jungle, but if they plan to share a jungle, that's not going to go over that well, because there's not a whole lot to work with right now. Yeah, again, with 2 camps being blocked already.
I noticed a lot of these things with the Tide teams. They don't mind sacrificing the farm on the Madman because they expect him to get the farm later. They don't mind putting him. I'm assuming Madman's going to buy a TP and TP bottom, in all honesty.
Okay.
But, I mean, I guess South is farming part of the jungle at this point because Tempest can't take the hard camps, but I think that is a possibility. They might see Madman go bottom.
That would be interesting. Obviously, Madman is their kind of. This really is a solo core lineup. I mean, Lord Salforus, sure, he's got a beefy presence, but I don't know if I would consider him necessarily a carry of sorts. So, if they choose to do that, that would almost be kind of giving up that carry presence earlier in the game. So, we'll see if that adjustment does eventually happen right here. But yeah, Lord Salforus almost not a no man's land necessarily. It did do the side camp over here, but again, sharing this jungle, it's going to be really inefficient between him and Tempest here. So, and Tempest actually dealing with a double stack here. That's not going to work. Catman Minotaur.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's gonna be very slow, but he will get it down eventually. But yeah, I mean, Like, I guess for the South's sake, he can't sit bottom. Why sit bottom?
Yeah.
I mean, I noticed the Thai teams, they don't like to just AFK. They want to be able to do things at all times. So I guess making him farm the hard camp is the best situation, or the best thing they think could happen.
I will say this decision by Swiftblade up here to get the Iron Shield pooled and the pooled regen, it's paying off pretty well. I mean, Blitzy's even right there, a lot of heavy harassment, but he's going to be fine. He pops a health potion. He is out of regen now, so he needs to be a little more careful, but he's almost already got boots at 460 gold, so I think it's safe to say, I mean, he's level 3 on top of that. Not too shabby here for the Swiftblade, but you take a look at kind of see how the other lanes are going real quickly. Middle lane, Pebbles, he's having a great time. 18-9, he's being babysat, of course, by Monarch, going up against a Midas who's 4-0, so middle lane, definitely in favor of the Legion side here.
Yep, and I mean, it's kind of been a trend from watching DDoG lately. I haven't seen Mikhail be that super strong presence that he's been in the past. And I mean, I don't know if that's DDoG kind of changing up their style of play, if you know, teams got so used to him, them relying on Mikhail. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see him suffer a little bit in the mid lane.
And you see the harassment more on the Midas, so Monarch making that a priority, of course. He's currently got the 1-1-1 build, so again, we'll keep an eye on the Monarch build like we're talking about. It seems like they like this idea of the map control, so more levels into the Noxious Cloud could definitely help with that. Scavenge, not Scavenge, I just called him Scavenge. He scrapped the Scavenger, to be fair. Middle lane actually, Midas, he is going to be fine, but a lot of heavy pressure. Scrap's kind of, you know, he's playing the secondary support role, really. He's kind of doing a pull camp right now, and he gets level 2 right there finally. I was just about to mention he's only level 1, but at least getting some kind of levels in there. But, of course, he's setting up with just a free farming Dr. Repulsor down here. Definitely feeling the benefits. Here at the top rune, no, just harassment.
There was a rune there. Am I crazy?
I think so. I'm not sure who got it.
I Scrap grabbed the refresh. Did they kill it?
Maybe.
I think they killed it, because Scrap grabbed the refresh bottom, so.
Huh.
Oh, these Thai teams. Oh, they're fun.
Those silly Thai teams. But yeah, Dr. Repulsor essentially free farming right here. You see, this is what you're talking about. He's level 5 right now, but got a nice stack going in the jungle. Gonna throw down, as I like to call it, the electric turret right there.
Yeah.
And get some good farm out of it. Level 6.
And I mean, there's the Swiftblade with the TP, so I'm wondering if we're going to see him maybe push out this wave one more time and then TP bottom. But they don't have as many stacks as they normally like to have. But I mean, still then, he's still going to get levels, maybe 7. Yeah, he'll get 7 from the bottom lane. So.
Yeah. Pebbles right here throwing around a bit of reach in. Got that bottle picked up. Apply some more pressure to Midas. Midas may need to be careful here. You got Monarch coming in the flank. No, never mind. He is going to be fine. It's all said and done there.
Hyena with a very defensive ward in his own jungle. Already one on the top hill in the Hellborn jungle. So I'm not really sure exactly.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure exactly what the point of that was, but I mean, that's as defensive as you can get this early in the game.
That, you know, and again, earlier against Sick Esports, really complimenting how, you know, on just the aggressive wards, like how aggressive they were able to be with him and get those wards up. Yeah, as you're pointing out here, as we see, very defensive ward at this point, but, you know, perhaps expected some early roam, say from the Swiftblade, as he tends to be doing here, into the jungle. They want to make sure Tempest, he's got that information if need be, so. I mean, with that ward, at least Tempest should feel a little safer, I guess, in some ways. But bottom lane, they're going to pull back in Lord's Outforce. This could be the Bloodlust kill. Looks like it. Lord's Outforce, he's got that heal. Actually, somebody's dying right there. Oh, the nuke gets the kill. Lord's Outforce takes the kill first. Oh, boy. What a play, though, by Outforce. But, again, that's his potential to kind of turn there.
Yeah, even having that massive level lead with Doctor being level 7, I mean, South just, okay, that might have been, that's only level 2 W on Pang. So it might have not pulled him into the queue. That might have been the difference there in all honesty. So
interesting whether or not that damage went off, yeah, but I mean in the end though, obviously very close battle between the two, but again, just getting that kill first, huge for Southforce. And huge for DDoG really in a lot of ways, because now you got Southforce, he's level 6. This is to say Southforce that was definitely struggling a lot in this off lane here. But now he's managing to, of course, do pretty well. So that's good news, and going to stack some Ancients in the meantime. Speaking of Dr. Repulsor, he's got the Ring of Sorcery. You think we're going to see an icon here? Or?
I would expect to see the icon. I mean, we could also expect to see maybe a null stone as well eventually. But yeah, I mean, I see icon being pretty likely.
Oh, that's the Han God. Slash a little bit. You know, to me it seemed like that the creep was a little too far away, so I can see why he went for the jump right there, but as soon as he did, the second bounce went to the minion, and all of a sudden he's not getting the kill. So even if all three land on Tempest, I guess with the spin that would have been a kill, but nice attempt at least from 017 right there.
Now you see why Soulplay doesn't pick so much anymore.
Yeah.
Too much RNG.
I guess so. Those swift slashes sometimes, man, can be a pain in the butt to use even. So, but yeah, it goes back to, again, Tempest kind of feeling that possibility being there, and sure enough, almost got caught, but didn't. So,
bottom
don't have to worry about that. Now at the bottom rune area, Midas is going to get caught right here. He's going to be comboed down. Pebbles, the Undying's on him, but there's no way he's dying from that. Way too much life on top of him. But good find by Pebbles especially, and that's more farm for him. He got the assist at least. Yep. At 350 GPM now.
Yeah, let's have the sequence already with the port. Oh, and Scrap just got level 6 as well, so look to see him maybe level his 4x right now and just send it straight mid.
Is he? Okay, he just hasn't put a point in it yet. There we go. And it's coming mid. No, it's going bottom, actually.
Bottom lane. My
okay,
Forax is rampaging.
They're going to go group the Dr. Repulsor's farm, but
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go group up together down there soon. Okay, well, it's at least scrapping Doctor, so.
That is, yeah, mentioned the middle lane possibility, but yeah, going to the bottom lane with Dr. Repulsor and now Monarch heading over. He has the 1 point into his R as well, the scavenge right here, so you know, does have that potential to kind of power him up a little bit. I don't know if he has many charges. Yeah, 33, so not too bad here on Scrap, but this is not going to be done without a fight. You see DDoG, and they're here already, in fact. As Lord's out for us, gonna get caught on, but very aggressive move by Dr. Repulsor. He's ludicrous speed away. The Elemental Void gets a couple though. Pebbles, the nice job of the Chrysalis. Gonna keep Pebbles alive for now. Will he actually survive in the long run? Oh my god, he's still alive. The heal aura's keeping him alive. Unbelievable, the heal support here in favor of MRR. Tempest does go down, and everyone got out for this Neolution team. How did that happen?
It's the scavenge, even level. You know, even being level 1, it's still healing them enough. It's amazing. Yeah,
we're going to see the replay right here as well of what just happened right there again. So, obviously, a fantastic getaway from the crew of several heroes, not only Doctor, but obviously Pebbles as well. As bottom lane, Blitz is going to be fine. Very close, actually, to getting taken out right there. But that's also got to be, you know, for DDoG, a sense of, like, we had kills and we didn't get them. That's got to be a little frustrating for them. To say the least right here. But Pebbles double damage. You do not want to mess with that. They do go pretty deep right here, though. He runs back in, actually, and the Stalagmites will snipe out Hyena. Well played there by Chidowan. Obviously, the word aside on the uphill. Getting him that kill right there.
Yeah, just an overall good kill. I mean, 4-1 hero score lead to MRR, but the gold is basically nothing, but the experience is where it's really shining right now.
We're only 10.5 minutes into this game. Feels like... Yeah. Honestly, progressed even a little bit more, but no, it's still a very, very early game here. Pebbles another 1,000 gold saved up. So he's got a good amount of build up here. He did get the Mystic Vestments, of course, so obviously that's going to help him tank up a little bit. And there's going to be the tower kill, as actually Scrap will even get credit for the tower kill. I think Pebbles actually wanted to, but a little bit of a miscue right there. Not the end of the world, though. But yeah, that portal key, it's coming along nicely. Dr. Repulsor, another 1,000 gold saved up now, so keep an eye on that icon of the goddess, perhaps. It's going to be coming out for him. And speaking of progression, you got Madman, the Sustainer, just finished. So that Rune Cleaver, definitely high potential to be seen here. I know, so you were casting the last series, obviously, with the Complexity Myth. That was game 2, right, where they got the Staff Master on Madman. So I know it's pretty popular over there.
Yeah, I mean, when I looked at it originally at the start of the game, it didn't look like it was going to work, but the game progressed to where the staff ended up being perfect, and this might be actually one of those games where staff could be an effective earlier item. So
yeah,
definitely looking forward to see what he actually builds after the cleaver. Oh, top lane here.
Yeah, they want to try to catch the Swift Blade, maybe bait out Madman a little bit, but there's no way Swift Blade's falling for that. So Yeah, in the end, he should be fine. Obviously, tower's already been destroyed as well, so can't really push that up too far right here. You do got the Legion team kind of stacking the Ancients in the meantime. Gonna get some farm out of that here shortly. In fact, Pebbles is now here. Again, that portal key is just about there. He's not gonna look to finish off those Ancients, though. In fact, gonna run over here, maybe in a Madman. Oh, the Chrysalis, the Rev War put down just before as well. Allows for the combo. Is it enough damage? No, it's not. And Madman will survive, and so will Pebbles.
Oh, bottom lane. Nasty.
Oh, yeah, Lord South Force being dove on. They do get the kill right there. Obviously, Scrap and Dr. Repulsor coming together, but now Dr. Repulsor has to pour it out. Can they catch him up here? Nope, they do not have this. Oh! Wait, is that hitting him?
Oh.
The Elemental Void actually caught him?
Oh,
wow.
my. Even with the LOL. Oh my god.
Wow. That did not look. That had to be just somehow on the outskirt.
That was probably a pixel.
Yeah.
That caught him in that ulti. That was insane. I mean, huge kill.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big kill on a Dr. Repulsor as they try to, get in there, get a kill, and get away himself. So, fantastic use of the Elemental Void, of course, to make sure for that kill. But yeah, I like the little bit of smack talk too in the teams. There was I don't know. I think it might have been Sammy mentioned it, but these teams don't like each other. MRR and DDoG, there's some history there.
I think it was Insania that told me they were like refused to scrim each other. So they just don't like each other, and I mean they do have great games together. So
yeah,
it always leads up to good things because they don't, maybe they don't play against each other, too much, so they're not used to what each other do.
Yeah. Well, see a little bit of that right there. Speaking of, now, interesting decision by Tempest. He actually, you go refreshing ornament, you just naturally figure that with the bracers. It's going to be an Astrolabe, right? No, he gets a Mighty Blade here even before the Astrolabe. So I don't know if that's him forgetting that he just didn't finish it, or if this is, he just wanted to bulk up even more. But yeah, not getting Astrolabe seems a little odd to me, especially when you have two components for it.
Yeah, and especially it being such a good early game item, which these teams love fighting so early. It does seem a little weird. Maybe it's in his stash? Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows?
He just delivered in a Homecoming Stone, so I would have figured that would have got on that if so.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this is just a decision to not do that, but that is
very odd.
Well, not the best efficiency it feels like, but I mean, Shrunken Head eventually too is of course going to be a great item. Do they have a stopper as Portal Key from Pebbles? But yeah, Swift Play, Swift Slashes I guess is all they have.
Yeah.
And that's not the most reliable either. So that's Shrunken Head Tempest could be pretty deadly here.
Maybe
in favor of DDoG.
That's probably what he sees then. He sees that once he gets a Shrunken Head, they can't cancel his ulti. And they're just going to rely on, maybe him canceling or, catching 2 or 3 people and just going with that, not getting the portal key.
Yeah. See more cleanup here in the jungle. Dr. Repulsor getting, if he has enough for the Icon now, split up the Ring of Sorcery, but maybe he's not going Icon. Maybe, would Nullstone be good this game? I'm
assuming if he wants Null. I mean, I don't see why Null would be bad this game. I mean, they have the Forest, they have the South Forest, even the Tempest Stun. So I don't see why it'd be a bad choice, but yeah, if he wanted Icon, he would have bought it by now.
Well, going to deny the tower in the meantime. Yeah, nearly 2,000 gold saved up. So, I mean, I guess he could just also straight up buy Icon. But then I feel like, again, the efficiency is not necessarily the best. As, do you really need that Ring of Sorcery? I mean, again, that's why it's kind of good, because you get the Ring of Sorcery early, you have the mana regen, but then you split it up for the Icon. So, okay, as I say that, he's going to, sure enough, buy an Icon. So, he's going to keep the Ring of Sorcery. Likes that extra regen.
I guess.
I told him to go
that's
to top
something
lane.
in at least
My thorax is
our region we've kind of all
rampaging.
agreed on that we don't like that because why keep the mana if you don't really need it? So
yeah.
But it's Punk Fang. Don't argue with him. It's one of those people you just can't argue with him.
Can't argue with one of the greatest players in the world right now. That's for sure. It is at least it is difficult. You better have a good reason. Frankly, I do not. We're getting delivered some. I'll just call it, maybe a little bit of surprise when we come back on camera here.
That's true.
Vorax is pushing the top lane. Yeah. Oh, they're going to catch actually Dr. Repulsor off to the side. The ludicrous speed, though, initially gets stunned, but he gets away in the end. Man, that got close. he initially flew to a dangerous spot and actually almost died as a result, but he gets away. Vorax, okay, Vorax will die, denying the tower. Yes. They do deny the tower as well, but yeah, with Doctor nearly dying off the bat there, they could not really fight.
No, and they had to go retreat. It's just a stalemate when they're meeting at towers. Like, they're getting either one kill, they're getting no kills, they're catching one other person off guard. So, you know, soon there's gonna be that big team fight.
Feel like it right here. 17.5 minutes in right now. About 1,000 goal lead, 600 experience lead in favor of MRR currently. You got Pebbles. Did he buy something? I feel like he's been on those same items for a while, Pebbles. 270 gold per minute. He must have bought like a Mighty Blade. Yeah, something's being delivered.
370
right here,
definitely has more than just a PK. Maybe a tab?
I'd be guessing a Mighty Blade. Oh, no, or a Glowstone? Glowstone for the Undying. Yeah, stun from Blitz. I mean, it's got a couple pieces of utility here.
I guess he's assuming he's going to be one of the first into the team fight, and to slow down maybe a Blitz ulti as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously, you know, Hyena, good player. He's not going to pop his ulti first, so
yeah,
it might be just a delay tactic for the ulti, which, I mean, could work out.
I wonder if it's the Staff of the Master.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean,
probably not.
I really want to watch 3 heroes get chucked. Just watch them
that
get
would be
chucked
fun.
Into a mousetrap.
That could be fun.
So.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a Staff of the Master, though. That would probably be a little bit of a stretch right here. So, Dr. Repulsor farming out more of the bottom lane. Again, he's got that icon now, and that's the interesting thing about an icon of the goddess. It's like you get it, again, we talk about you get a portal key, you want to go try to get kills. You want to, you know, make that portal key effective. Icon's kind of similar to that. I mean, ideally you want to start getting charges on it. You know, it does provide just overall solid stats, sure, but that is a huge benefit. Getting the charges on it as soon as possible. They haven't been able to do that just yet as MRR. So, I mean, they did push top. Now they are pushing bottom. It's pretty much every Vorax. They're going to be going with it.
From watching these usual teams play, the fact that the kills are 5-2 is the oddest thing I've ever seen before when it comes to watching these two teams play. Like,
yeah.
This is normally 20-20 at this point.
It feels like, yeah, it seems like a little bit delayed as possible. Madman! Oh, they dusted him. I actually almost thought it was out of range. I didn't realize he actually got dusted, but they did, and he could not get away in the end. So fantastic gank right there from MRR. And now you see Scrap buffing up that 4X to push the bottom lane here. So with Madman dead, I don't know if DDoG is as comfortable fighting anymore. They're at this bottom lane. I mean, they know Pebbles. Well, I guess Pebbles is kind of nearby now, but yeah, they're just going to give him the tower. They don't even want to risk it. Does DDoG.
I definitely think that's the right decision. I don't think they could have defended that without Madman. So definitely the right decision to let that tower go.
Oh, not my puppy.
Yeah, they're going to want to defend their next 2 towers. They have 2 left. Most towers have been denied this game, so a lot of gold has been lost that way. So, I mean, they're going to want to keep that up because that's kind of the only thing I believe that's really keeping DDoG in this close gold game is the fact that they've denied so many towers.
Yeah, it does feel like MR almost should have a little bit further of a lead. But yeah, only 3,000, 2,400 experience lead. Definitely not the most overwhelming here. They'll say Scrap actually picking up a tablet of command. He's level 11 now as well. I think that is pretty significant. You know, you look at the life buff on that Vorax as well as even attack damage. The cooldown slight increase as well, so decrease even for that. So that's a nice tool to have on top of things here for MRR. Yep. As an Arcana's purchased by Dr. Repulsor, so the Hellflower.
Cleaver was finished on Swiftblade as well.
Ooh.
So
okay.
Now they have the farm really going on their team, and I mean their late game potential is so strong with the Swiftblade and the Is Doctor okay? I just heard Doctor laughing all over my screen, and I was very confused.
Doing the flying thing. I mean, he's got a regen rune, so there is actually a reason for it.
Yes.
It's not just him trolling right here. Obviously, maximizing that regen rune coming out, so gonna pretty much use it all and eventually go around to farming. They were hoping to find somebody, but as you can see, DDoG was not anywhere in the area, so not the case. Madman 2,000 gold save dump now, 2,400 I should say. On to him, 420 gold per minute for him, so again, the possibility of that staff. I don't know if he'd go that first here after the Rune Cleaver, but he would probably have gotten the glowstone by now if he was, I would think. So maybe a different route. But honestly, I don't know what he's going because I feel like he would have bought something by now for whatever item he is going. So little interested.
Yeah,
Comes the
definitely. I don't know what he'd be pooling for. It's one of those things that's just like, maybe he doesn't even know what he wants to go at this point. He's still kind of thinking about it, so.
Yeah, that's possible. I know, Complexity, obviously you know them very well. They do a lot of talking with each other, what should we go, what should we go as far as items. So perhaps similar situation here.
I mean, no, honestly, I could see him maybe right-clicking a Shrunken. He wouldn't have too much damage, but he would definitely survive in these team fights, and that might be the big thing. Well, Doctor almost having a Hellflower changes that a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I can see that maybe being an option.
You see Scrap right here, turning on and off that scavenge effect. Waiting to see if initiation happens, just buffing up the 4X slightly. Again, a level 2 4X right here.
That range of healing is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is going to end up dying in the end. Yeah, they couldn't really commit to defending it. Lord's Supper is going to be done. Not the best target, though. Has it out with the Black Legion. Dr. Pulsar, he gets caught in the Elemental Void. The follow-up damage on him. Is it enough? Actually gets locked down to follow. But he's going to be able to, no, he cannot get away. The cleansing wade's not enough either. However, in the background, Scrap trying to chase the boomerang. Going to come back to him. He will survive. The heal aura actually doing work right there. They did pick off Madman throughout this fight, but Midas continuing. Gets the stun on a Pebbles. The follow-up nuke from Lord South Forest. Pebbles, there's a nice Chrysalis, though. And he's going to be good for the time being, but now Pebbles, he's going to be chased back. And yep, they are going to catch him and eventually take him out. So numbers-wise, definitely a fight won by DDoG right here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Things just went dark.
Yeah.
On the map. I'm not sure what that was about either. But anyways, we'll see if that hopefully fixes itself. I don't know if that's something. See, I don't know if that's something the players are also dealing with or if that's just like an us thing as a spectator. So it seems like, no, yeah, it is good on their screen. So
that's interesting.
I don't know. Anyways, we'll continue. But yeah, looking back at that last fight right there. I believe the replay's up right now even as well. So the choice, Pebbles jump Lord South Forest. That's not the best target.
Yeah, it's definitely not the target they want to jump. I mean, they want to be able to jump in the back and, maybe get the quick kill onto Blitz, maybe even Midas if anything, but taking that kill is just, it wasn't going to do anything. They weren't going to get the kill. He's too tanky. Tempest walked in, solo hold the Doctor, and yeah, we just saw Punk Ping just die, just sitting in the hole.
Yeah.
So
here comes the kind of group up and push though again by MRR. I mean, no 4X here currently.
Yeah, but the Mighty Blade was picked up on Pebbles.
Okay.
So that's 2 of 4.
You're right. I mean, yeah, it is making a staff. Now, of course, it could be a Shrunken into a Nullstone, something like that, but
it's a little less likely in this situation.
I don't know, man. That would be interesting. That really would be something. If he goes to Staff of the Master. By the way, also something else about last fight. We were talking about Madman. He had like nearly 3,000 gold pooled up at that point, and he actually died in that fight. So I don't know what he's bought. Yeah, he's clearly bought something. I'm not sure what, though.
I haven't seen exactly what he's bought. Not even a courier flying out
I
to
told him to go to top lane.
Huh. Maybe he's just waiting for a little bit more gold to then finish whatever that was.
Yeah.
Bring it all down.
But yeah, as we see, I mean, nothing is currently flying out to him. So, well, we'll just continue to keep an eye on him. Hopefully something big comes here soon for Madman. Maybe a Shrunken would honestly be my guess, but
yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, there it is.
Okay.
So
you're just waiting for the pattern there. Yeah, not getting the components though. Didn't get a Mighty Blade. That's something that if he had that Mighty Blade that previous fight, maybe a different story in terms of living. I don't know. So
yeah, looks like they're grouping up to push top lane as well.
Oh wow. It's just support, but still. Nice pick from Dr. Pulsar. Has that Hellfire now finished actually, as it gets delivered to him. Did the restart actually make it? No, it's still the same. Yeah, I think it might. Unfortunately, it might be the staff spectating that we had to use, which caused the darkness. So, again, unfortunately, gonna have to bear with us here. We're still able to see the heroes and everything, but. All right. So, anyways, they are pushing the top lane. Morax gonna be buffed up here, of course.
Yeah, getting almost 50. That's extra 208 damage.
12. It's going up. Yeah. He is hitting really hard now. He is going to end up dying here.
Gonna get at
but
least. I gets, 400 damage on the tower after getting the... There it is.
He actually did it. I don't know what to think.
Should have won the
I don't know what. Oh, middle lane actually though. They're gonna get Dr. Repulsor. In comes the Chrysalis though. Gonna save for now. Cleansing Winds after the fact, but no, too much damage in the end. He gets bursted out after. Now Monarch, he's trying to escape. Pebble's already the hell on out of there. Monarch does get away, but they found Dr. Repulsor. What was he doing by himself over here? You gotta question.
Yeah.
You gotta question Punk Ping.
I don't know what's even catching it. Oh, maybe a Midas combo into a Tempest Bolt, but I mean they have no catch. Just be able to fly away.
It might have been the Portal Key Elemental Void. I mean, he does have the PK, yeah.
PK now, so okay, so that's probably what it was. But I mean, still, you can't be getting caught like that.
Yeah. And he wasn't really close to his teammates. Obviously, they were up the Chrysalis and stuff, but by the time they got there, it was too late. So him dying, you see Conqueror now. Obviously going to be killed as well. A token alive picked up a Madman, but yeah, we also have to look back at this Pebbles Staff of the Master. I mean, obviously it's fun to see, but is this the best use of gold? This is a 4,200 gold item. 4,200 gold item that all it essentially does is allows you to chuck 2 additional targets, right? It's just so 3 targets.
Yeah, chuck.
What benefit is that really bringing, unless maybe they're going to use it for initiation purpose? But
I mean, the way I see it is they're going to bank off the fact of he's going to jump in, he's going to throw 3 heroes into a Mousetrap, into a Dr. Q, into a Monarch Slow maybe, and maybe they're just banking on the fact that it's going to be their initiation.
yeah.
I mean, he's running around, he just chucked Ancients twice and killed them, so it's a good farming tool in all honesty. So,
Yeah, that's true.
it's something I maybe have seen once in Honcast ever, so I mean, it's exciting. We'll have to see what he does with it.
Oh, middle lane, Madman. Yeah, they are going to jump him right here. He does have bait nearby, though. The token of life is on Madman. He does go down. Going to be used. Tempest pops the Shrunken, but he doesn't have an Elemental Void, so he's honestly not the most threatening right there. So I'm not sure what the plan was, actually, from Tempest. Kind of running in like that. Will throw the stun into Swiftblade. Gets Talbot forward. A lot of burst damage on him. Blitz up to the side, but now Lord Force is here. As well as Madman going back in with that Shrunken Head. The heal Arwa doing work. No Pebbles. The Chuck, no. The Monarch Chrysalis keep it alive again for the time being. But Madman's still on top of him, dealing a lot of damage himself. He stalks in, gets the kill. In the background, though, Tempest is going to be picked off by Dr. Pulsar. Now he focuses his attention on the Madman, and now Madman in a lot of trouble. The Hellflower's out. Midas, though, can he get the combo? No, he can't. Madman, no. He tries to disjoint, but it's not in time. And Madman will fall. Down goes Midas. A cleanup for MRR. And a hat trick for Punk Bang. That is a genocide for them.
That was just an insane fight. I mean, from start to finish, it was really scattered, really spread out, which does not benefit this Hellborn team. They benefit on the fights all being together. So, I mean, I think it was a very good fight for for MRR to take there.
Yeah. So now you see the push coming out, actually, from MRR, of course. Buyback situation. They do have one on Madman. Okay, now Force barely has one right here. Tempest's going to be up in a couple, 20 seconds or so. He will have an Elemental Void when he's up, so you got to be careful if you're MRR in terms of overcommitting right here. There goes the tower, though. They're going for racks. Will they actually get it is the question. No buybacks being used just yet. I don't think so. Yeah, they are going to fall back in time. Smart decision by the Legion team here.
Yeah, because, I mean, if Tempest was able to jump in there, get a PK, get a good ulti off, Madman probably would have bought back at that point. So I think it was definitely the right call to just back off there.
Yeah, Brutalizer being worked on by Madman right here. So that is going to be his follow-up item. So again, he's staying away from the Staff of the Master, at least for now. Wants that Bash Brock, and of course, fantastic on a hero like Madman right here. But yeah, one fight for MRR. Now you get another 3,000 gold on Dr. Repulsor. What does he go? I guess a Sheep Stick? Probably makes sense.
Maybe a Shrunken. Shrunken might be an option in this game because of the Midas, maybe the Self-Forest, the Tempest. So,
yeah.
it's definitely a possibility. The problem is it doesn't do anything against the Lightning Shackles from Blitz.
That Madman physical presence, he's not caring about that. And then even that, the Elemental Void for Tempest still going through. So
it might not be, it might just be more beneficial for him to just go the Sheep. So
yeah,
we'll have to see what Punk Bang thinks is best for the situation.
There is the Brutalizer, officially purchased. On to Mr. Madman there. Top lane, though. Yeah, how about the Swift Play? This is kind of a, an off-lane Swift Play. Again, he got pulled all that regen. He got the Iron Shield first, so they set him up to have a decent time. But, yeah, I mean, he's got an Assassin Trot now. He's going to Frostwolf Skull, which is kind of interesting. But, up here, They catch Monarch, maybe Chrysalis TP, smart, but not gonna happen. Trying to be a little clever right there, but obviously the stun prevents that, and they get the kill anyways. Frostless Skull though on Swiftblade, is that? Oh, okay, well no, he goes to full Frostbrand. Okay, going Icebrand first, a little curious, but.
Who buys Icebrand first?
Yeah, seriously, unless you're going Frostless Skull, it does seem a little odd.
What is this grief? Yeah, I mean, all right, he's going for mid lane.
Punk Pang definitely is turning it on a little bit here. This is why, obviously, this is a comfort hero for him.
He's just so impressive. Just when he knows the opportunities of when to jump in. He might accidentally get caught by a Tempest, once or twice, but now he's in this situation. Now he's doing super well. Has enough for his Nullstone at this point too. It's what I'm assuming he's going with that second Glowstone.
Yeah, he's not going staff. I don't believe there's a staff effect on Doctor. So.
Why would it be cool if there was? Who knows what it would do, but
exactly. I'm trying to think of some funky idea like his ultimate doesn't cost any mana.
I was just about to say that, but I could tell the chat will just.
That would be absurd. Yeah. It's ultimate. Yeah, that would be stupid. That was a horrible idea, Rogroste. Horrible.
Whoa.
Why would you think of that?
I was actually going to say it in all honesty as a joke, so we'll just say we both said it. Everyone can just flame us. It's fine. We're used to it.
I'll tell Waz when we get back, though.
Okay, good.
I'll bring it up.
Tempest smoking over here. Deep Stick by South finished as well. We actually didn't even talk about that. The Hellborn team picked up 2 Alcobones.
They love Alkbones, man. They did this against Sync. Both games, multiple heroes had Alkbones, and there was no Parasite involved. It's the weirdest thing.
It's just gold generation for their team.
It's gold and experience.
Yeah, sure,
I mean, it's definitely a decent tool, but yeah, it's again one of those cases of it's funny seeing it over here compared to what we're used to. So the Alkbones on both Salforce and Midas. Midas is kind of an interesting item just because how the hero's about gold and stuff. So.
Yeah. He needs it. It's required. We just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not bad with this hero as well because of his passive. He wants to auto attack. So I mean, it's just basic attack speed as well. So I don't see anything wrong with it. And I mean, it's just more gold. I mean, it's even helping drop this gold lead by a little bit too. Every time
more gold. I know, right? Horrible idea from Mr. Midas here. 2,000 gold saved up on Madman. So again, this is the point of okay, does he go with staff now? Or is he going to maybe pass that up here? I mean, he still could use an attack modifier. You could argue maybe the Whispering Helmet, the Symbol even could be a choice here, but I don't know. Does he really feel like he needs that survivability, though? I think with this game has been played, you could argue, sure, but I guess Wingbow is another option for Madman.
Yeah. We actually saw Swiftblade pick up a portal key. So I'm pretty sure Tempest has to hole on himself, and I don't think Swiftblade can ulti him in that case. But I think he has to be perfectly in the middle. So it's going to be up to Tempest to do that right. Otherwise, his hole can very easily get canceled now. So
that's true, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he literally has to be in the middle of it. So, and they're smoking again. They just went into the jungle and smoked. They're going to try again right here.
They're going to protect the Ancient, see if they get some kind of bait right here. Obviously not going to happen, at least initially. Salforce with that sheep stick, ready to kind of lead the way with the team, but here comes that Veiled Rot. Stalking through, but you can tell MRR pretty aware that something's going on. Punk Pang will kind of push out the top lane in the meantime. 3,000 gold saved up on Pebbles, so see what big item he tends to get next. Can't go on the Staff of the Master, so who the hell knows what Mr. Pebbles is going. We talked about the Portal Key on Swiftblade and how not only could that be good for a Tempest Stopper, but just in general a ganking tool. Allows him to jump in there and get the quick kills, so like the choice there. Scrap is level 16 now, and he has that barrier idol.
Yep.
We didn't really talk about that too much, but an item that also, again, assists with the push in here.
Yeah, very good against Midas as well. It pretty much negates the combos, so helps a lot with push.
Is it just me, or does it feel like he hasn't used his 4X in a while?
It's been a while. Maybe they feel like they don't feel comfortable pushing into base, and it'll just be kind of feeding them gold.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could push into base. I mean, Punk Pang's almost 500 GPM. I mean, even Swiftblade's higher than Punk Pang at this point. So 2 people above 500. I feel like they could really take any fight at this point. I guess they might just be turtling for the Kongor, which has got to be maybe a minute or 2 out at this point. So,
yeah.
that could be what they're waiting for.
All right, well, we'll see. Yeah. Again, Vorax I figured he's kind of one of those, like, whenever he's off cooldown, you almost want to use right away, but it does give them a little bit of a bounty, so I guess the idea of just using it randomly isn't necessarily the best idea, but yeah, he's had it off cooldown for a good 2-3 minutes at least, possibly more, I feel like, so that does seem like it is a long, long time, but as you pointed out, maybe a cog or something, transition from there. What the hell? Chidawan just purchased a second portal key, but then he sold it, so that was a little bit of troll right there and whatnot, but
Team tied. He's probably like, oh, I forgot to buy a portal key this
yeah.
time.
Oops.
My bad, I'll buy another one.
Never mind, he has one. Oh, Veiled Rot now on MRR side here.
Is that 5? No? Okay, it's 2.
I don't know, 5 of them, yeah.
With Swiftblade having a Shroud, so...
See if they can find anybody here, 38 minutes in. As we see, though, probably not going to happen.
No, unless South pushes out a little bit. Nope, chill this down herself.
Up Tempest, he's going to get back before. So he'll be good. There is the Staff of the Master now on Madman.
Okay.
Being purchased. So, yeah, he will go the staff route. So now, again, if he dies, he doesn't really.
Now he...
Eyes at bottom lane. My Vorax is on the loose.
Where is Vorax going? Vorax is going bottom. Interesting. It's kind of pushing out the bottom lane with it. Double damage on Madman, yeah.
Oh, here we go. They're all 5 up mid for DDoG. And all 5 up mid for MMR as well. So one of these teams wants to take a fight.
Things could get interesting here. He's going to go over to the Kongor pig, and with that double damage, this Madman can drop Kongor pretty quickly. Not even going to use double damage, at least currently, though. Wants to save it for in case a fight breaks out. Which definitely could be soon. Midas? No. Scrap with the escape. Tablets away, going to be fine. Kind of reset right here. So now we're in that game of chicken at the Kongor pit.
Yep. And the ties will dance forever around Kongor if they have to. They are not afraid to.
Yeah, you see, of course, DDoG with the Hellborn advantage. That helps, too. Because of what they're working with right here. They're going to go have to go. So that's probably what the Vorax was about. They wanted to try to bait out a Kongor. Kind of keep them busy with Vorax down here. And actually, they don't end up killing Vorax. They're going to leave it. I think they thought the Legion team was coming over, but...
So, that's very interesting. The Vorax is supposed to one-shot creeps, but it doesn't one-shot Tempest Elementals.
Really? It takes more time?
Wow. It hits them it takes the 3
You're
hits.
right.
So, I mean, Tempest is a good stop to this Vorax. I mean, now looking at it that way.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, so it slows him down a lot. I mean, now it's almost dead, so it might hit the base a few times, but won't get too much out of it.
Yeah, that's one of those things that's Tide teams. Again, they face this here a little more often. Kind of wonder if that's maybe something that they picked up on before. But yeah, perhaps some reasoning behind the Tempest pick up a little more even. But yeah, they will stop Vorax before he gets to the tower even. But I mean, you see the Vorax cooldown, by the way, on Scrap. It's almost ready again. It's only 10 more seconds.
It's 140-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So by the time it walks all the way over there, it's already almost up again.
Feels like it.
Oh, Madman's back into it now. Into the Kongor.
Oh, there we go. Double damage helping with that. So again, a game of stalemate. Lord South Forest is ready in case.
They have the ward there. They see it. Funk Bang might try to steal it.
Funk Bang. Funk Bang. There we go. The jump from Chidawan. Madman's dropping right here. He does have the Berserk up, though, with the Staff of the Master. They do kill Pebbles, trying to kill Kongor. Madman can't kill. Funk Bang goes back in. Funk Bang steals a token. He is going to die right here, but he comes right back up. Madman, can he stay alive for a bit longer? They're trying to kite away from him. Can he get a kill? No, he cannot. Madman will fall. What a token steal from Funk Bang, and it wins the fight for the team, no doubt. And a 4-for-1 exchange. Wow, the timing was perfect. Perfect for MRR.
You know what? It's just this ward. This simple ward that was placed that wasn't countered just led to all of that. And I mean, so well played by Funk Bang. He jumped into the middle of it. Knew that he was going to get caught. Jumped up.
Oh, you do see right here, yeah, as they're pushing into the base, actually. Buyback's happening. Dr. Pulse going to file around the element away. No, it's going to be canceled. Oh, that was actually used earlier. Anyways, he does die. I think that was just a stun animation. And Doctor's going to survive for now, so the buyback into the death. Not the circumstance you're looking for, but you do see the final one use on Midas even. right here. So if he dies, he's staying dead for good. MRR going back in. Dr. Pulse with a regen kicking in. He's able to fly back in, secure the kill. They're going to go for the melee racks now. So a little bit of desperation there for DDoG, and it ends up costing them even more than just the racks.
Yeah, Punkpain feels like he has this setting that he just flips on in his brain where suddenly he turns into like this monster that is unstoppable. I mean, obviously it's not him this game, or just him this game. He has a Swiftblade also farming 550 PM, but he's just been so impressive with what he's done this game. It was a huge token steal. It was a huge Kongor fight. And I mean, I don't see DDoG coming back at this point.
No, this is going to be a very, very uphill battle now for the Hellborn team. And interesting item choice by Doctor, actually. I think you saw that too. Yeah, the Harkon's Blade purchased by Doctor. Even more damage. He gets another kill right there. Onto Midas. That's actually staying dead now. I mentioned that earlier. No buybacks on Midas at this point. So they're just keeping this up. Madman is back up down here, but oh, double damage Pebbles. Is he going to go? Oh, he's going to go now. Actually, there's the group chuck right there. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was the first time I've actually seen the group chuck kind of do something. And it was beautiful, I got to say. Madman's falling back, but I think they're going to break through. This could do it here.
Yep. Only buybacks on Madman at this point, so they're going to lose the second center axe here, so.
Range tracks goes down. Swiftblade spins away. The Undying's on him, actually. No, he'll be fine. It will wear off just before. How many charges? 15 charges on Doctor. Remember, that's the equivalent of what 30 charges was before they changed the numbers there. So, yeah, he is very, very good on the Icon of the Goddess here. The fact they've been here for the last, like, 3 minutes is pretty absurd. Madman goes in. Hey, it's not going to matter, though. Look at this. They kite away now. They stun him even at the last second. Can he kill Swiftblade at least? Yes, he can. So he gets a refresh here. And actually, this is dangerous. Because if he kills Monarch as well, no, he will die before. And that will be the end of him. So Monarch goes down, but still, at least Madman does die in the long run. Well, so I know DDoG continuing to stay in here, at least choosing to, but I don't think their chances are really high now.
Yeah, I think from our standpoint, we can kind of tell that there's no big item coming. There's nothing nothing is going to make a game changing. Swiftblade bought a heart. He's so tanky.
Yeah, that's something.
Just MRR is just, they're playing so well right now. And, I even said before this that, they might be the third team in Thailand, but they're proving that they can still compete with the best by far.
Yeah. Well, Hyena, he gets found. It's nothing he can do there. It's level 12 against a level 25 Dr. Repulsor. There's a vote to pause. Okay, he's going to reconnect real quickly, actually. Interesting. Expecting the GG spam to come out right there, but oh, look at that.
That's all it took.
They're like, you know what? Game's over. GG, well played. That will officially do it. So the game ends at a pause right there, but understandable that DDoG decided to throw in the towel. So that'll do it for game number one. Obviously, MRR, an interesting game. A definitely close one earlier on in that, but Punkpain really started to kick it in high gear, it felt like.
It's just that switch that he has. He just started playing so well. I think it was right after.
Yep.
It was right after that Tempest hole that he got caught. He really started turning around and just becoming such a threat in the game. Yeah,
we're gonna kind of see some footage here of the game. Of course, again, unfortunately we don't have our monitor on right now, so we can't see it ourselves. But you're seeing some replay of the game, I'm sure, and it's happening there. But again, get an idea of what MRR and DDoG, they fought here in this game number one, but in the end, obviously MRR coming on top. And Swiftblade was also interesting. He never really got a lot of attention in that game, but finished 7-1-6. He was kind of the nice addition to Dr. Repulsor as far as being that physical presence to go with the magic threat there that they had. So obviously that worked out pretty well for MRR too, and a nice benefit for them. But yeah, this Madman carry. The Staff of the Master, a fun item to see, but clearly not enough there for DDoG in the end.
Yeah, it's just the South Forest wasn't enough to be that secondary carry for them. But, I just think it was such an impressive showing by MRR. And, I think DDoG showed some life there at certain points in the game, but when MRR really kicked it on, they really took over that game.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're going to go into a break right here. I'm not exactly sure. But are we going to go into a break? Okay. Let's go into a break. Okay, we're going to go into a break.
Okay, we're going into a break.
A little bit of confusion here behind the scenes. What else is new right now? So we're going to go into a break right here. We'll be back, though, not only with Game 2, but I believe we're going to have some updates for you as well as far as how the other matches went. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got Game number 2 going to be coming up next here on Honcast.